Just days from now, American voters will once again go to the polls and choose a president. I wanted to speak with some of those voters to see where they were 4 years ago and where they are now. In studio with me via satellite from Wisconsin, David Larson. Hello, David.
Hello, Brian.
Okay, David, let's go back 4 years ago. When you walked into the polls, did you know who you wanted to vote for?
Yeah, I did, Brian. You could say I was an enthusiastic voter.
And were you quick to pick your favorite candidate, or did you come to that decision over time?
Oh, no. My mind was made up very early. After 8 long years of the Bush administration, I really felt I had no choice but to vote for John McCain.
Okay, I'm a little confused.
Okay, how can I help you?
Well, for starters, you have a tattoo on your forehead that would suggest that you are...
What does my forehead tattoo suggest, Brian?
That you're an Obama supporter.
I don't mean to be rude, but you and I just met, so I'd be happy to tell you about my political opinions, but please don't assume that you know what they are.
Okay, well, if you voted for McCain, then why did you get a Barack Obama face tattoo?
Well, it's great to finally meet the mayor of my forehead. Can I real quick get a list of the tattoos that I can and can't get based on what I think? Come on. No. These are complex political times, and I'm a complex person.
Come on, David. I mean, if I look at you, the last thing I'm going to think is, oh, look, a Republican.
It's a happy accident that I'm here to set you straight. I am a Republican, Brian.
Okay, but you see why someone, based on your tattoo, might assume you were an Obama voter.
They would be correct in that assumption. Go Obama.
Okay, now I'm confused again.
What is to be confused about, Brian?
Okay, David, you just told me how you're a Republican, even though you have Obama stamped on your forehead.
Yes, I am a registered R Republican, Brian. I've read 3/4 of Atlas Shrugged. What do you want from me?
Okay, but you're voting for Obama.
Yeah, gotta vote for Obama. Come on.
Why would you, a self-described Republican, vote for Barack Obama?
Well, you gotta keep universal health care, else how am I gonna get the off my head for free?
of A with Brian Sack.
Hello and welcome to this very special post-hurricane pre-election episode of the BS of A. I'm your host, Brian Sack. I haven't bathed since Monday when the electricity went out, and also my kids' school was flooded, so they're out all week. You're going to have to go because Daddy's working right now. Now, joining me today are 3 experts to discuss the issues of the day that are most interesting to me. My first guest is a guy who is using Hurricane Sandy as an excuse to get away from his family. Please welcome Pat Fisher. Pat.
I'm going to go back.
Okay. My next guest is iconic 80s insult comic turned political pundit, Jackie Munch.
Bring it in.
Jackie, welcome.
Hey.
And finally, you will meet my next guest someday. Please welcome Death himself, the Grim Reaper. Hello.
Hi, whatever. Ooh. Yeah, what? I'm a cliche. You know how it feels to be a cliche? Lame.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. All right, guys, let's talk about the Electoral College, because, the election's coming up. It's Tuesday, and there's going to be a lot of people screaming and yelling if, say one of the candidates gets the popular vote but loses to the Electoral College to, 538 electors? What do you make of the Electoral College? Is it something, that needs to be rethought? I mean, does it give too much power to the small states, the sparsely populated states?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it does a little bit. I think, sometimes you don't need to pay that much attention to, the smaller states. A lot of those people live out there because they don't want to be found out, us guys, we need places like that where we can go out, these wild areas of the country and just have a good time. Just be guys,
Just be guys.
Not be like dad all the time and get trapped in that title.
Huh. Jackie, what do you think?
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Why don't we count the popular vote, you
All right, then. Let's say one of the candidates wins the popular vote but loses the election to the Electoral College. Do you think there's going to be a huge kerfuffle over that again, as happened in 2000?
Probably. People just need to learn that they think we live in a democracy, but it's not really a democracy because we have a representative form of government,
right.
So things like that happen. If you want democracy, well, death is the only democracy, so...
Oh, that's actually deep.
Old Mother Hubbard went to a cupboard. Did you find a member of the Electoral College there? No. Who the are these guys?
Interesting. I mean, it doesn't totally rhyme, but it's got a little panache to it.
It's hard. I'm old.
Pat, you all right? You seem nervous.
Yeah. No, I just have a kind of small window of time that I can really stay here before the kids wake up and see that I'm gone. Even though I left a note.
But you can stick
I'm coming
around.
back.
You are coming back.
Yeah, I'm coming
You're
back.
just kind of breaking off for a little bit.
Yeah.
Sort stuff out.
I don't feel comfortable getting supplies for my family here in the city. I think like safer someplace out west.
West. Stick around for a few
clean
more
water.
minutes. We'll be right back after this.
ABC's 1 plus 1. Learning's great, learning's fun. Fun. Great times and diversity. We're all the same, you and me. Yay! Feeling good, having fun. Everybody's number one. Eating vegan, living green. We don't keep score, that would be mean. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard.
Hey, Hoodie, what are you up to?
Oh, hi, Brian. I'm just out here making sure everyone registers to vote. Nothing more important than everyone voting, after all.
Well, I'm registered to vote, but I don't think it's important that everyone register to vote. I mean, what if you're a complete imbecile?
Oh, come on. Who's like that? Oh, hey, Matt.
Hey, how's it going?
Want to vote?
Sure. What kind of vote is it? Does this have something to do with soda? I feel like I'd be really good at something like that.
Well, no. It's for the President of the United States, leader of the free world.
Huh. You really got my hopes up about something to do with soda. You have anything like that? Taste test, anything?
Tell me again, Hoodie, why is nothing more important than everyone voting?
Well, because we've got to make sure everyone votes. I mean, even Fisher here. Go ahead and sign on up, and I'll see you on November 6th. That's 2 people that I've got to register today.
So, no soda is what you're saying. Great.
I'm serious. Why do we have to make sure that everyone votes?
Well, because, Brian, we have to rock the vote, man.
Okay, well, that's what MTV says, sure.
Vote or die.
Yeah, that's P. Diddy, Puff, whatever.
Freedom.
That doesn't mean anything.
Come on, Brian. Don't be such a cynic. Hey there, excuse me, mister. Are you registered to vote?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Well, don't you want to vote?
Well, what's in it for old Ben?
Well, as Bob Schieffer said at the last debate, voting will make you feel big and strong.
Oh, God, I'd love to feel big and strong.
All right, very good. See, I've registered 3 voters.
Now, exactly how strong will it make me? Will I be able to make women fall helplessly in love with me?
Well, it's more of a feeling, really.
Ah, what a ripoff. This is worse than those horny goat wheat pills.
Oh, chin up, Ben. I mean, it's inspiring, when people get involved, right?
So, Hoodie, this isn't some cynical attempt to recruit mindless drones to shuffle into the polls and vote for a particular candidate that you happen to prefer.
Oh, come on. This is about all Americans exercising their right to vote.
Okay. Oh, look, here's one now.
Oh, I'm out of ink.
Pumpernickel Boulevard.
Hi, I'm Brian Sack. You may know me from such TV shows as The BS of A with Brian Sack and The Best of the BS of A with Brian Sack. But today I'm here to announce my brand new business venture, Brian Sack's House of Recount Lawyers. If you're on the losing side of this year's presidential election, then you know this election has been stolen. Well, at Brian Sack's House of Recount Lawyers, we're here to get you the justice that, thanks to the news you listen to, you think you're owed. If you're a white working class Republican, we'll sue the Ohio Board of Elections for the following: ineligible voter rolls, multiple vote fraud, voting machine fraud, biased poll workers, biased street signs, and of course, illegal media reporting. If you're a Democrat, we'll sue for voter intimidation, voter suppression, racist street signs, racist polling stations, other racial stuff, and voting machine fraud. It's impossible that your guy lost because everyone you know thinks just like you. So why not sue today? I have warehouses full of lawyers, over 50,000 standing by in Ohio alone. So check out Brian Sack's House of Recount Lawyers today. And I'll see you in December when a winner is finally announced and the country is irrevocably destroyed. Call today.
Welcome to
Stay on Message!
the #1 game show in Washington, D.C. Now, here's your host, Brian Sack.
Good evening and welcome to Stay on Message, the game show that rewards political candidates for playing it safe and boring. And now let's meet our contestants.
She's the incumbent Democratic senator from the great state of Missouri, Claire McCaskill. He's the Republican challenger, Congressman Todd Akin.
All right, now remember, keep it poll-tested and vanilla for big points. Okay? First question. What is the best way to improve the economy? Senator McCaskill.
Repeal the Bush tax cuts and follow President Obama's wise leadership.
All right, nothing I haven't heard 1,000 times already. Great work. Congressman Akin.
I believe we need to encourage small businesses by removing overbearing regulation and reforming the tax code.
All right, well, I almost fell asleep during that one. That soundbite will play well everywhere. Nicely done. Next question.
Also, I consider ladies to be little more than broodmares and that dragons live inside women's vaginas.
Remember, Congressman, you're on a show called Stay on Message. And now you'd have done just fine if you'd have just stopped talking after that answer.
Will do.
Okay. Next question. How should the United States handle the volatile situation in the Middle East? Senator McCaskill.
We need to trust President Obama's plan to handle Libya and Syria and to follow his wise leadership on Israel.
All right. Well, while that was mostly a fabulous non-answer, you did mention Libya, which does not poll well. I'm sorry.
Well, we need to stand beside Israel, which is our most important diplomatic ally.
Naturally, of course.
However, let's remember that no one has ever put a Jewish vagina next to a Catholic vagina to prove they're the same thing.
Oh, that's not good.
All I'm saying is let the buyer beware. I don't understand. I said good things about Israel.
Mr. Akin, we all have a dark place inside of us that we hide in order to make society work. So just hide yours, okay? Look at your opponent. Ethics questions, tax evasion. She's not that likable, not that popular.
It's true. I've seen the numbers.
You can win this as long as you stay on message, which does happen to be the name of this show. Just listen.
Stay on message.
Okay? Do you know what message resonates with voters?
Vagina.
I'm going to stop you right there. All right? It's the economy.
Okay. I think I get it.
All right. Great. Final question. What should we do about the health care crisis? Senator McCaskill.
I'd like to cede my time to Mr. Akin.
You know what? That's probably the smartest thing you could have done. Very clever. All right. Congressman Akin, you can win the election with the right answer to this question and only this question. The question being the one in my hands, which says, what should we do about the health care crisis?
Got it.
All right.
Healthcare is an even bigger problem than it was in 2008 thanks to Obamacare, a law that was jammed down the throats of the great people of Missouri.
Okay. All right. Perfect answer. Well done, sir.
Ha! I shut down dog lady like an unwanted pregnancy.
That's all the time we have for Stay on Message.
It's a tragedy when a woman is murdered, but let's face it, they all die eventually.
All right. Enjoy 2 more years of Democratic control of the Senate. Good night.
Yeah!
It's a bad thing for you.
Oh, like when a girl has bad birthing hips?
Stop talking. And we're back. I'm Brian Sack, and I'm good with candles. All right, we've got Pat Fisher here. We've got Jackie Munch and Death, experts. We're talking about Disney just bought Lucasfilm for $4 billion. What would you do with $4 billion?
I'd probably try to buy my own planet and live on it by myself.
Oh, really? What about your family, your wife and kids, right?
I mean, they could come.
They can come.
If they can figure out how to get there, I don't know.
You're not going to help them get there.
Spaceships carry more than one person?
I mean, some can, I suppose. Apollo had 3 in it, right?
I won't use that one.
Okay. But you're not intending to bring them, are you?
I won't, if they want. I don't know what they want.
This whole hurricane thing is you're just using this as a reason to get away from it?
No, I'm just seeing what's out there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jackie? What do you think? $4 billion. What would you do with $4 billion?
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. I'd pay someone to write me some new shtick.
Good. Very good. That's excellent, actually. Quite good. Death, $4 billion. What would you do?
Well, money doesn't really matter to me, but it makes me think one regret I have, I had a chance to get George Lucas, New Year's Day, 1982, he was in a diner by himself eating a plate of disco fries, and I made his heart stop for just a second, trying to give him a wake-up call, and he got a different director for Return of the Jedi, but that was it. Goes back, the guy eats so many disco fries.
Disco fries.
So many disco fries.
Is that your greatest accomplishment?
My greatest regret, I wish I would have stopped him. And then he went back and he
So
made
you were
the
hoping to
prequel.
prevent him to make the
Yeah, I was hoping to
prequels.
just give him a little change of pace, something else to think about, and make him stop doing what he's doing. But no, I gave him this feeling that he's invincible now.
He's definitely the 1%, if there is a 1%. You know?
Yeah.
What do you think? Is this
I'm
bad
the bottom 1%.
You're the bottom 1%?
Yeah, way down low. It's weird down there.
What's it like?
It's like being on the bottom of a pile of everyone in the world.
Oh,
Bunch of stink.
that's sad.
Yeah.
Are you you're having a low point in your life?
It's all low. It's like a plateau. What's like a valley?
Yeah.
Like what's at the bottom of a valley?
The valley floor?
Yeah, I'm underneath that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for a lot of people, but the people that I had to go visit, like in the Phantom Menace, you know, that's your last memory, is watching that piece of garbage. That makes me feel
People actually
a little
in the
bad.
audience at the time.
Oh yeah, people had heart attacks in there. People
yeah?
are in there. I mean, gorging on stuff. You know, I mean, epilepsy. I mean, they'll, you know.
I didn't see the last three. I did not see the last three.
You're lucky.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. They're just not good films, right?
Yeah.
But
and,
although,
and to think that is your dying memory, seeing that.
right?
Oof.
Especially with Jar Jar, that would be horrible, right?
I think we're forgetting, like who these movies are for, though, right? Like they're for the kids, really.
Right.
I think anything that works in a way where you can get kids to sit still for 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 hours at a time, where
Right.
you don't have to be there.
Right, but you know
just
what?
having life sapped from you, all of your manhood made a mockery. I think that's a good. I think that's a good movie.
Rub-a-dub-dub. 3 sequels in a tub. One of them probably won't be.
Okay, that didn't rhyme.
What does it matter? I'm a pundit.
You're a pundit. You're not a poet.
No.
Okay.
I could barely make them rhyme back in the day. Mother Goose did all the heavy lifting.
Uh-huh.
I just sort of added swear words.
Okay, there you go. We'll be right back. Hello, and welcome to our primetime special, Drug War, the show that dissects every word, every nuanced question and response from all 3 presidential debates regarding the financially and socially crippling drug war that the United States has fought for some 30 years and long ago lost. This is an issue of national security, of economic freedom, and even of civil rights. Joining me is political scientist James Freeman from the Brookings Institute, Romney Communications Director Tony Franco, Obama surrogate Linda Chenoweth, and political pundit Hank Gunderson. James, we're going to start with you. It's estimated that the drug war has cost $33 billion this year alone. So how was that fact handled in the debate, and which candidate dealt with the issue the best?
Well, the issue was never brought up in the debates. So...
Yes.
It's
There's
what we need.
something.
Just so.
Where was it?
Guys, please, somebody.
Are you gonna?
Somebody say
just.
This is Drug Wars. This is the hour-long primetime special that we do every 4 years. I mean,
Somebody say something. Please say something, guys.
Oh, there
you
was
have-
a
I don't.
some.
join us again in 2016. Good night.
Wait, no, I got.
And now, the Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week.
Uh-oh. I may have just wet myself.
The Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week could have been sponsored by you. Lots of exposure, no return on investment for almost a little money. Just email sponsor the BS of A at theblaze.com.
Patriot Kids!
Let's pick a word from the word tree. Here you go, Liberty.
The word is Parade. A parade is an organized public procession on a festive or ceremonial occasion.
Americans have parades for all sorts of special occasions, like the 4th of July or when a team wins the Super Bowl. Did you notice the black members of your community organizing a parade? Were they wearing black berets and pumping their fists? Email Liberty the Penguin and let him know.
And we are back. I'm Brian Sack, and I don't have water pressure. Final advice for whoever wins the election on Tuesday, whether it's Barack Obama or Mitt Romney. Final advice, Pat Fisher.
Have a plan. Have an escape plan.
Escape plan for somebody who just has won the office of the president. Have a way of getting out.
You don't know how it's going to turn out. You don't know if the country's going to not be what you expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of start stripping you of your dignity. If you feel that way, have a plan to get out.
Okay, like a go bag, like the mayor says.
Yes.
Get out.
Yes.
Just take off, Mr. President. Where you going? I don't want to talk about it. I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Interesting. Jackie?
Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Why don't we reduce the national debt a little?
Good. Rhymes. Very nice.
Thank
Very
you
good.
for mentioning. Every time it rhymes, you're right on top.
Yeah.
You have a real ear, poet's ear.
Yeah, no, I do. I've been told that in a sense for rhyming and for music.
Ah, it's so awesome. I don't hear music.
You don't? Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna
sounds like
turn
words.
me down.
Oh, I've got to keep on moving.
I see a smile on your face. You like that song.
I love that song.
You got to keep on moving. Oh, I understand.
It just sounds like words and noise to me.
Death. Any advice for the winning candidate in Tuesday's election, if there is one on Tuesday's election?
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. It's real easy for people to sort of get, glory thoughts about me and start worrying about me. Don't worry about me. I have no intention of.
You're not going to mess with
dealing
politics.
with a sitting president.
Okay. You're not going to mess with politics anymore.
Good man.
No.
What about Chris Christie?
Well, disco fries.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
He does love those disco
word
fries.
of
The watchword, yeah.
They're a killer.
All right, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Big thanks to our amazing crew for coming in today under less than ideal circumstances. Subways down, buses overcrowded, things flooded, electricity off everywhere. Brand new episode, though, next week of the BS of A. Please like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter, and don't forget that Election Day is Tuesday, Recount Day is Wednesday, and Lawsuit Day is Thursday. And I told you, I know you're hungry. I know you're wearing the same clothes for the last few days. Daddy's got to work. So you go stand over there, and I'll be done in a second. Good night, America. And don't forget, set your clocks back so it gets dark really early. Stay dry. I'm going to stop you right there.